any of you ever been to the sky before?
Yeah.
Oh, some lucky people have been to the sky before. How did you get there? Did you walk? Oh. On a rocket ship? How did you get to the sky?
I used a hot air balloon.
A hot air balloon sounds like fun. How did you get to the sky?
With a plane.
With a plane. Ooh, I like that way. That takes you to fun places too.
I used a plane.
A plane? Very nice.
I used a balloon air New Jersey.
Wow, very fun.
My grandmother went on a plane.
Very nice. You can ask her all about the sky. Who took their wings out and flew to the sky?
My mother went on a plane.
Wow, so someday I'm sure you will all get to go on a plane. Today we're going to hear about Sally.
Yeah.
Sally.
Oh.
I brought in my friend. His
You
name
can stand right here. Yeah. It won't be in front of me.
Silly Sam doesn't know what he's up for. That balloon doesn't look very safe. But this is about Sally, and it's her great balloon adventure. And the pictures and the story is by Stephen Hunick. So if you really like this book, Sally goes on other adventures. You can pick it up at the library. If you think it's a thumbs up book, you might want to read about Sally's other adventures. So Sally's Great Balloon Adventure. As a special treat, Sally's family is taking her to a balloon festival. Sally knows what a balloon is, but Sally has never seen a hot air balloon. You can imagine her surprise when she sees giant balloons rising up into the air. So if we finish this book fast, we're going to watch that balloon go up in the air. We'll see. Oh, this is everybody's favorite part in the last book, in the last group. Sally smells some fried chicken. She follows her nose to the balloon gondola. That's what the people sit in. It's the basket that the rider sits in. As the people watch the balloon, guess what Sally's watching? She's not watching the balloons like everyone else. She's watching the chicken. Anyone have a prediction what they think might happen? What do you think might happen?
The chicken might run and then he will run to the sky.
Well, this is the chicken. It's in a picnic basket. It's already been cooked. See the yummy smells coming out?
I thought we tried. Let's just eat the chicken.
What do you think might happen?
I think she was trying to eat the chicken with the hot air balloon up.
Do you have a similar prediction or different?
A similar prediction. I think she's gonna try to eat it and then get on hot air.
I'm going to read a little more, but I'll call on you next. Okay, when I ask the next question. Sally climbs the stairs to investigate the wonderful chicken smell. Uh-oh, I think someone's prediction's coming true. Sally falls in.
Yes, Sally.
Worried, this is Sally. Sally grabs a rope to pull herself out. She gives it a mighty tug.
Yes.
Ooh. Suddenly, she feels light. Do you guys feel light? All right, you guys have to help me out here. We gotta get Sally to jump, so I want you to start yelling Sally. But if Sally starts to get too far away, you're gonna get. Ready? She hears everyone calling her name.
Sally! Sally! Sally!
Their voices become quieter and quieter until she can't hear them at all. Sally's curious. She peeks her head over the edge of the gondola. The people look like tiny dots, far, far below. Sally is flying in the sky like a bird. So, who did I say
feel like worried if they don't, if the balloon doesn't pop. Because if it pops, then it'll be on the ground.
Okay, how would you feel?
I think I'll feel sad because when the balloon pops, I will be falling and then I might be scared.
Is there anyone who wouldn't be scared or sad? Some different ideas. How would you feel in that hot air balloon?
Well, I would feel really, really sad because I would feel like, usually sometimes when I'm on ride, I would feel like my stomach is empty and now it's just...
I know that feeling. I'm with you. Is there anyone who would be excited to be in this hot air balloon? You would be excited? Tell us why. That sounds exciting. Let's see how Sally feels. Instead of being scared, Sally feels lucky. You won't believe why she feels lucky. She feels lucky to be alone with such delicious smelling chicken. Back on Earth, breaking news. The radio and newspapers all talk about Sally aboard the runaway hot air balloon. The Global Times, Sally in a hot air fix. The TV news shows Sally's puppy pictures and interviews with people who knew her. Sally was the best puppy I have ever known. They send helicopters to tape Sally's adventure. In the gondola, Sally takes a peek inside the picnic basket. She just wants to make sure the chicken is okay.
I was saying before, I would feel if I was in first place, I would feel free.
I'm glad you would be brave. I don't know if I would be. But I'm a bird, so I'd be fine. I'd be fine. Reports of Sally's sightings start coming in from everywhere. Everyone wants to save Sally. Some people's ideas for how to save Sally seem really crazy. Who can explain what you think this person's idea is to save Sally? Oh, we haven't heard from you yet, sir. What do you think this person wants to do? Okay, so that's a crazy idea. Does anyone have a better idea than this one? How could we save Sally? Yes, sir?
You could like just put a plate and put balloons on it and then Sally jump on it. Then I think she'll put it and she'll fall.
Okay. You're going to save Sally? How are you saving Sally?
Well, I would make bird sounds so that way birds can come to me, and then I would tell them to go fetch Sally, and that way they can bring her back down to the ground.
Okay, let's see. Ooh, look at this idea. Some even suggest sending in the Air Force. Meanwhile, back in the balloon, Sally wakes up from a wonderful nap. She was dreaming of fried chicken. Her balloon drifts closer to the ground. Ooh, here's our chance to help Sally. Remember how we tried to help Sally in the beginning? This time, I'm going to tell you what to do in just a minute. A child in a schoolyard recognizes Sally's balloon. Her family flies a balloon and she knows just what to do. She yells. You guys are going to have to help because she's still too far away to hear just one person. So we're going to help her. She wants to say, Sally, Sally, tug of war. Are you ready to do that?
Yes!
And let's save Sally. Ready?
Sally!
Sally! Tug of war! Sally heard her name. It says it right here. Sally heard her name. Thanks to you guys. And the name of her favorite game, tug of war. So guess what she does? She jumps up and gives the rope a mighty tug. And that makes the hot air balloon let out some of the gas that was making it float so high. So it made a sound. And it'll sound so much better if you help me make the sound. We're going to make the sound of the air escaping. So we're going to go, ready? Whoosh! A blast of warm air escapes from the balloon. A few moments later, Sally feels the bump of her gondola as it touches down. The children saved Sally. The children saved Sally. Thank you all. Phew. Silly Sam, you're happy, right? Silly Sam says thank you. He doesn't know how to talk, so he needs your help. The balloon ride was fun, but Sally's glad to be back on the earth with her new friends. And, oh, I forgot why she has a full tummy. You're going to love this. Can you believe she didn't eat the chicken that whole ride? It says it right here. The children find the picnic basket still full of fried chicken. And the children and their teacher take turns feeding it to Sally. Sally's very happy to be back on Earth with her new friends and her full tummy. Hey, what do you guys think are some other adventures Sally might go on? Because there's a whole bunch of these books. What else do you think that cute little puppy dog might do? What do you think that puppy dog might do?
He's going to jump on the air balloon?
Maybe. So this, yes, you have an idea? Let's hear it. Maybe she'll. So you think there's always going to be some kind of food to get Sally on her adventure? That makes sense. I'm going to just show you, because we have a couple minutes before we change rooms, what it's like to actually see a hot air balloon. No, it's kind of incredibly amazing how big they actually are. Because we're used to balloons, right? Maybe we get a big one, and we're amazed. But this is so much bigger. So if you can't see, you can fly carefully over here so you can see it.
Sit down. You know what the theme is? What is it? You want help from somebody? Did you help her?
Yeah, it's reading. From the sea to the stars. From the sea to the stars.
You're both right, from the sea to the stars. So we have the sea, and we have the land, and we have the sky, and then we have the outer space. And which one do you think we are? If I were a plant, perhaps, like someone said I look like, but I'll give you a clue. I am not a plant. I'm from a mushroom. I'm not a green mushroom. Who said alien? I'm an alien, and aliens are from
outer space.
Yeah, so we are outer space, and aliens we don't think really exist, or at least we haven't met any, only in movies. So is this reality or fantasy? Fantasy, right? So I am an alien, I'm not a vegetable, I'm not asparagus, I'm not the Jolly Green Giant, and I'm also on a diet. And so we shall begin. And I'm not broccoli. Maybe broccoli raw. No. All right. Moog Moog Space Barber by Mark T.
I'm so
On the last day of summer, Elmo Cream's mother took him to the barber shop. I want you to look nice for your first day of school, she said. The barber, Mr. Kling, was a kind old man. The haircut he gave Elmo was not very good. In fact, it was awful. Even Elmo's baseball cap could not cover the problem. Alien fingers. Back home, Elmo tried combing his hair in various ways, but it was no use. He could imagine what the kids at school would say when they saw him. With the help of his cat, Leon, he found a stocking cap in one of his dresser drawers. He never liked the cap much, even in winter, but now it seemed like the only solution to his problem. Elmo put the cap on, then sat down on his bed and watched the clock tick away the last of his summer vacation. He dreaded the next morning when Buford Snark would come by to walk with him to school. Buford was his best friend, but even so, he was sure to make fun of such a silly haircut. Elmo couldn't stop the morning from coming, but at least he could put it off for a while.
I will stay up all night,
he thought. After his parents went to bed, Elmo and Leon snuck into the living room and turned on the television. They watched a movie called Big Slimy Things from Outer Space. In the movie, large, green, pointy-headed monsters land in a place called Melville Corners and begin tearing up the entire town. Things are pretty bad for the townspeople until someone invents a special X-ray gun to use against the space monsters.
if only things were really that simple.
Thought Elmo. During a commercial, Elmo and Leon went to the kitchen to get a snack. They were horrified to find a couple of space monsters standing by the refrigerator drinking milk straight from the carton.
Oh no.
Bacteria.
How rude! The monsters never explained why they were in Elmo's kitchen, and Elmo never got a chance to ask. For when the creatures saw his cap, they welcomed the boy as one of their own. Goomba! They cried as they covered his face with great, slimy monster kisses. Said Elmo, and he quickly explained that he was not a monster at all. Just a boy with a bad haircut. To prove it, he took off his cap. "Why, you are an earthling," said one of the space creatures. "I see what you mean about the haircut," said the other.
What's worse, said Elmo sadly, is that tomorrow is the first day of school.
"Oh dear," they said. Not even monsters look forward to the first day of school. For a while, everyone was quiet. Except for Leon, they were all thinking about Elmo's problem. Leon was still thinking about the snack he had come to the kitchen for in the first place. Finally, one of the monsters spoke up. "Moo moo," he said. "Of course," said the other monster.
What?
Said Elmo. "Moog Moog is the finest barber in the universe," the monster exclaimed. "If he can't solve your problem, nobody can. But come now, we must hurry." The next thing Elmo knew, he and Leon were being carried out the kitchen window. Whoops! Out the window. The monster's spaceship was parked on the roof of Elmo's apartment building. Elmo and Leon were placed in the back seat while the creatures hopped in front. "Hold on," said the driver. "I'm getting ready." And with a roar, the ship flew off over the city into space. Flying saucer. As they sped along, Elmo and Leon stared out through the ship's glass dome. Elmo recognized several planets from a book he had at home. Then somewhere near Saturn, they made a left turn and headed off into a strange part of space. They flew past stars and planets and comets and moons until finally they came to a small green planet dotted with clouds.
Here we are, said the monsters, the planet Yuki.
The spaceship flew lower and lower until it nearly skimmed the tops of houses and trees. The planet was very beautiful and in some ways almost like Earth. It reminded Elmo of Melville Corners in the movie. Then the monsters pointed out a wonderful palace standing high on top of a hill.
There it is, they said. Moog's barber shop.
Elmo was impressed.
That's some barbershop.
He said as the ship touched down.
Moog was as wonderful as his shop. He had beautiful pointed teeth and a head of hair. Use your imagination that changed colors as he moved. Oh dear,
He said when he looked at Elmo, and he called for his assistants to bring him his tools.
here is a challenge worthy of the great Moog.
The barber set to work with scissors and clippers, electric buzzers, and pruning shears. Then he tried crinklers and curlers, hair stretchers, and even his X-ray blowgun. A crowd began to gather. Elmo was embarrassed by all the attention.
It's just a haircut.
He said. Moog worked for hours and hours.
I won't give up. I won't.
Hours and hours, and threw all of his skills into the problem.
But it was no use. Alas, he said finally, the great Moog has been defeated.
Elmo felt sorry for the barber.
Really?
He said.
I think it looks much better.
It didn't, but saying so seemed to help.
Do you really think so?
Asked Moog as the crowd cheered.
Oh, yes, it's very nice.
It was a long ride home back to the spaceship. Elmo hoped that his adventure had at least caused him to miss the first day of school, but he had no such luck. By some mystery of space travel, they arrived back at the apartment just moments after they had left. In fact,
Big slimy things from outer space
was still playing in the living room. The monsters stayed to watch the ending. They agreed the movie was pretty good. Before they left, they wished Elmo luck on his first day of school.
Wear the cap.
They said,
It looks good on you.
The next morning, Elmo stared at his breakfast gloomily. He was so worried about the day ahead that he forgot to tell his parents about his visit to Moogie. Leon was still asleep.
ding dong!
When the doorbell rang, Elmo got up sadly. Now the trouble begins, he thought. But when he opened the door, he was amazed to see that Buford Snark was wearing a cap nearly as silly as his own. They stared at each other for a moment, then both began to laugh. Mr. Cleve! Asked Elmo, and Buford nodded. It was a warm, sunny morning in the city as the boys headed off to school. While they walked, they talked about summer and movies and nearly anything else they could think of, except
haircuts. All right, so, did you like the story?
Yes!
While the young lad here gives out stickers, I'm going to do something very special. I have a special offer for you. I'm here. I think I will do the ladies first. So who would like me to do their hair first?
Oh.
The grown-ups first. Let's see.
Right here, please. 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 Yes.
Okay, whoever didn't get stickers can
I'm
come over
going
here.
around the room.
If you already got a sticker,
I only charge
okay, whoever didn't get,
3 million. Hello, you're willing?
okay, did you get it on your bookmarks? You got it on your
I
bookmark.
think she is.
And I'm so glad you've come to visit me for a while. I understand you're here to hear a story? Well, I have the perfect story for you. And guess what? 2 of the teachers wrote this story. I wonder if you know these teachers. They're just fine women here at the East Orange Community Charter School. Does anybody know their names? It's Miss Jackson and Mrs. Harrison. Just fine teachers they are. Well, let me get comfortable and read the story to you. I especially like this story. Want to know why? Because it's about me, Mother Nature. Once upon a time, long before the earth was formed, I, Mother Nature, created a beautiful landform. It had grand mountains, deep valleys, rolling hills, lush forests, massive plains, hot deserts, and gorgeous savannas. I did that. You should have seen it. It was beautiful, magnificent. I sprouted forth bountiful trees with great fruit. And I just happened to have some for all of you. And you can have it when I'm done. Wait. Just happens to be a piece right here. Is that beautiful? What? Oh yes. I'm some bad mamma jamma. One day, just for the fun of it, I produced some very interesting fruits and vegetables. Let's see if you know what they are. Oh, wait. They're not just your ordinary onions. I splashed a little color in them. What are they? Red onions. You got it. And what do we have here?
Asparagus.
Oh, I tell you, you got asparagus. That's right. And what in the world is this? Anybody?
What's that other green? Bok choy?
Swiss chard. And wait a minute. What? Oh, is that corn? And wait a minute. Don't say onion.
Garlic.
Come on. I was just sitting around and produced this one. Shallots.
Yeah.
And this one, my dear friends, don't touch it. It's the leaf of a prickly pear. Oh yeah, yes, the land was pure, healthy, lush, and bountiful. Well, let me get on with the story. Over time, something started to happen. Man became industrious and not very respectful of the land. Things really started to change.
Things sure did change. My name is Polly, the polluter. Smoke from industries cause harm to the trees, the soil, and even the people. Businesses wanted to get rid of the waste from their companies. Where will I put this stuff? Oh, I know. I'll just leave it here on the land. I don't have any space for this. I don't know what to do with it. So I'll just leave it here. I'm sure it won't harm anything. Just a little won't hurt. You won't tell, will you? And I'll pour this leftover chemicals, antifreeze, into the soil. Because chemicals really harm the earth. And I don't know what to do with these empty bags and the bottles. I'll just leave them on the land, creating unsightly heaps of trash and landfills. And plastic is the worst because it's not biodegradable. Does anyone know what that word means?
Yeah. Biodegradable means that you can't make new things out of it.
Well, actually, you can make new things out of plastic. So it means that it won't disappear, it won't break down very easily. It stays on the earth a long time. Sometimes even going into rivers and oceans.
I'm so sick. Listen, I'm not gonna take it anymore. You make me sick, and you have to clean this up. You're destroying me. If you keep this up, I won't be able to produce my beautiful fruit and vegetables.
I never thought of it that way.
Well, perhaps you should have. Don't you realize that by littering and polluting the land, you're destroying the entire world?
Well, what can I do to fix it?
Fix it? Yes, yes. Get some of your friends to help you to clean it up. Clean it up. Clean it up.
Okay.
Clean it up.
Help me clean this mess I made up?
It's so important to learn how litter pollutes and affects the earth. And what's more important is to learn that we all have a responsibility to take care of the earth. We need to reduce, reuse, and recycle. Repeat that.
Reduce, reuse, and recycle.
Repeat it again.
Reduce, reuse, and recycle.
Yes, and once we do that, we can enjoy the earth and know that we're doing our part to keep the earth alive and healthy.
Thanks for teaching us the importance of respecting the land. I'm never ever going to litter again. And as a promise, I'm going to plant a tree so that the land will be healthy again.
Oh, wow. I told you I'm some bad mama jammer. I hope you all learned a lesson, a very valuable lesson. And what is that lesson you learned? You need to
Reuse, reuse, and recycle.
and to
Respect the land.
yes, exactly. Give yourselves a hand. And in honor of you all respecting the land, I have fruit for the children and trees for the adult. You can go home and plant these trees and watch them grow, that they may bring forth oxygen. And may it be a reminder of how we need to take care of this earth, because this is the only one we have. And also, those trees were donated by the City of East Orange, Clean and Green. Let's give them a hand. And give yourselves a hand for being a
You got a plan?
Parents, we also have drinks for the children, and we have some snacks as well for them.
Sharks aren't afraid of the dark.
Joey, go. Are you afraid of the dark? No. Clark bit his lip. Would Joey make fun of him? In a very, very small voice. Clark whispered,
Be smart. Sharks aren't afraid of the dark.
Just a little bit. Me too, whispered Joey.
us too, whispered everyone. So how do we be not afraid? Asked Joey. Everyone thought hard, and then Clark got a big idea in his sharky head. Let's all make up a rhyme together.
Ready? We're gonna make up a rhyme together. So repeat after me.
Brilliant,
Okay?
said Benny Blowfish. We can put it to music. And so they did. And when they finished, everyone sang. Take heart, be smart, don't be afraid
Don't be afraid of the dark. You're
No
not sharks.
fear,
No fear.
it's clear.
It's clear.
Fear is the scariest part.
Fear is the scariest part.
Remind your mind.
Remind your mind.
Kick out the fear.
Take out the fear
From the start.
from the start.
You'll find you're fine.
You'll find you're fine.
You're not afraid of the dark.
You're not afraid of the dark.
No.
No.
You're not afraid of the dark.
You're not afraid of the dark.
So one by one,
So one by one,
fell asleep.
they fell asleep.
Humming to tune. Clark last of all. And as they dreamed brave dreams, the moon smiled down through the depths of the night ocean. The end.